Hey everybody, Charlie Runner 2 here, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. When we last left off, we met this creature hanging out in this church, very creepy, and we're going to continue investigating. I think we have some more dialogue with him. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, hey, wait, there's coffee in the back. Oh, wait, I meant the mother's love.
Oh, no coffee?
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that. Coffee and stale cookies.
Yeah, probably from your AA meetings, or whatever they call it in this universe. What was that about coffee? I feel like I've heard that somewhere before.
Look, man, I'm at liberty to talk about the sacred blaze of the mother's glorious heart, but not about the coffee.
Okay, thanks. Creepy. Alright, let's go check out what else we have here. It looks like some pants. Let's grab the pants. Or a scarf? Silk scarf. +1 pain threshold. What's this? A figure depicting a deer. Depicting deer. Now we know the antlers and the upside down star is the Communist Party. Is this related to that? Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. Okay. What's this? Piece of art? Cracked pane of glass, colorful. I gotta be honest, I didn't expect a crazy creature from the rafters. Spider has spun its web around this wood carved pillar. Some type of lighting. Oh, shoes. Empathy shoes. Those actually may be better than what we're wearing. What we're wearing... Oh, it gives us composures. We took off the fancy shoes. What is this? Composure? Let's do some empathy shoes. Oh yeah, those look nice. Oh, we need to take off our hat and all this stuff. Do we have a better hat? Reaction and rhetoric. That lowers our perception. No, I don't think we do have a better hat. We gave our other hat to the young lady. Logic and authority. Empathy. Encyclopedia. Visual calculus. What do we have around our neck? Drama. Shivers. What about the jacket we have on? This is esprit de corps. I want to try to put on only clothes that give us positives. So the Fawn Peepo removes our perception, which gives us a perception of 3. But it also gives us 2 logic, which gives us a logic of 8. You know what? We're fine with that for now. What do our gloves do? These are half-light. We can also do electrochemistry and interfacing. And the glasses? Logic and authority. These all have a negative, correct? Yes. So these give +1 logic, +2 logic. So do we have perception giving glasses so we can balance this out? No. Alright, this is fine for now. What is this? Money? Money! We need money. Some weird device. Tape player. What is this?
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Man, listen to that.
A radio computer. And it's turned on.
He seems cautious about the machine.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yeah, but what is this?
A radio computer. We have one down at the station. No, I don't know how to operate it or what it's used for. Let's go.
This is the Ream Prefect radio computer. A model number RC7024, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits.
Let's investigate it.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Look inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. This is the machine's filament memory. Press play to access its contents.
Of course, we're going to press play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
This is a human interface. A retired person sitting behind a switchboard somewhere.
Okay, so there's personal log, fortress accident. Are you a machine or are you alive? Thanks, but I'm finished with this. Let's go. What's the personal log?
The filament you have inserted into the core.
All right, thanks for the explanation.
That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
We don't know the password. Don't know.
Received. I will register this login attempt. Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Thanks, but I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Let's try print.
Nothing happens.
All right. We will come back to this. Cold wind blows from the broken gallery. Makes your skin crawl. Tab. What's this? Portable Harman Walshy tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something? Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty.
Huh.
This is her innocence, Dolores Day.
We know her.
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
No, we're not going to kneel. She's clearly done something to hurt us.
Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you.
I'm not your bug.
As that bitter thought passes through your head, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder with 3 fingers.
We're not doing that.
Good call. She left us all in the shits. Don't give her a single thing. Just stand there in the apricot-colored light of the window, secretly grinding your teeth. The woman smiles her distant smile, unmoved, struck in half by the crack in the glass.
All right, we've got some checks here. 97 and 72. We're actually pretty good. Now, we can improve our visual calculus. Let's go ahead and do the encyclopedia.
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism. internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever as it haunts all men.
Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But
All right.
although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her terriers.
Her terriers.
She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
None of this sounds good.
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity.
Okay, so theocratic rule. People tried to escape it. Basically, they were branded heretics and suppressed by the Army of Humanity. All right. Tell me more.
Suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacific, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her.
But we feel something personal.
This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
The lieutenant's calm voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
She's somehow connected to the Cape. Glowing lungs, messed up. Nothing, just looking around. She's beautiful. She's not human, Yale, or criminal. Yeah, let's stay silent on this one. Just looking around.
Okay. It's just that you've been looking at that window for quite long now. And it's cold in here.
He takes off his glasses to clean them.
This church, the coast in general, we shouldn't linger here. This isn't a good place to get lost in.
Can we come back to this? This is a white check, so let's go ahead and try it now.
The shards
Failed,
glimmer
of
in the
course.
dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack that splits the female figure. Something was written there. Remains of broken letters line the emulsion. What it said, you do not know.
Let's see what Kim thinks of her. This is Dolores Day.
Yes. I wasn't sure before, but this must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez. It's called the Small Pinewood Church in some records.
You know the place? Small Pinewood Church. And we were singing about a small church.
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
He looks at the machinery lying around.
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism?
I do want to ask him that. Are you a follower?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
Okay, so we are enforcing law based on this theocracy. Okay. She looks like a lever. Because she left us? Stroke your chin.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
We won't talk about her. I didn't think you were spiritual, Kim.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
Wow. So I don't care if you believe in it, but you will follow it. Okay, visual calculus, to come back to that. I don't think that's going to be super important, but who knows? Is there anything else? I don't think so. I think we can tell the partiers outside they should be good to move in here. I didn't see anywhere else to go. And I didn't see the other person that the wingless gargoyle was talking about, for lack of a better term. Alright, we knocked this bridge down. Should be a lot easier to get over here. Skill points can also buy new thought cabinet slots, or forget old thoughts. Alright. Egg!
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Hey, I checked the church out.
And? What happened?
I talked to the shadow-clad being climbing in the beams. A man living on the ceiling.
Oh man, the crab man you mean? Who is he?
Crab
what did you
man.
think?
Seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual. Gave me this odd lecture on alcoholism before rambling on about mother's love. You're right, he's a true narcomaniac. And the way he climbs, it was terrifying. He seemed okay.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying from the looks of it. He clearly enjoys the physical activity. Guy climbs like a freak. There's something sinister going on under the building's roof. I think he's getting high or something. Just preaching and praying.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem? Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
Actually, he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all. He did tell me that.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
Don't worry, I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah!
I love you, Egghead.
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I didn't see the other spooker, just some machines.
But she's in there somewhere. Has to be. Have you tried investigating the machines? Anyway, do let us know if you see her.
Okay, so we gotta talk to
As
her.
always,
She was in the machine, right? Was that who we were talking to, or is that just some relay that we were talking to? Let's check our journal real quick. Look into the spookers in the church. Signs with the Noid. Solve the Egghead puzzle. There will just be some way to talk to this person. You haven't found it yet. But if you just try again, find your way out of this maze of things to say. Dead body. Inspect the traps. Alright, man, we got lots to do. Should we go back? Hold on, let's go back in here real quick. I'm gonna talk to Noid and to Egghead. Alright, Egghead.
Back to the heavyweight jam.
Says the man with the tape player and the large boidiero boots. Lung-shaped trees sprout on his silver belt buckle.
Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega.
Alright.
Here comes the night.
Okay, that didn't help.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
What's the deal with Egghead?
He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies.
So how do you communicate with him?
Well, he's just kinda here. I don't really know how to communicate with him.
Have you ever really talked to him?
Yeah, sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
Okay.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself. I get it. He's a puzzle.
That's it for now.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
Okay, so he's a puzzle. Do we have to say the right things?
True, hard, full, car.
Alright. Nothing.
Hardcore.
Nothing.
Hardcore to the
Nothing.
internally coherent.
Nothing.
Hardcore. All right. Yeah.
He
Nothing.
furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Alright, we've gotten here before.
Hardcore. Ah.
He lets out an agonized roar over the feeblish, obviously not too hardcore beat below. So hardcore.
Is it though?
He stops dead in his tracks, tilting his head to the side. It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
He tilts his head to the other side like an owl. The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
Gotta level up. He frowns and starts bobbing his head back and forth once more.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
He turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
He thinks for a moment, then his expression clears.
It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
It's proto, not hardcore at all.
Wow! Culture cop! I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question? Try to think if anything could be at harder core. Wait, I remembered something. I'm the police. I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra. Oh, do I need to be on drugs? Let's answer number one. Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
Could anything make it harder core?
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
Oh no, think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
He laughs and shakes his head. Wait, I remembered something. I'm the police.
Uh-huh.
Me being pleased isn't going to help us.
Oh,
Can't help you with this right now. I think I need something extra.
yeah!
Whoa, physical instrument. Oh, I'm an expert on anodonic music. Physical instrument of 28. Maybe your body can tell you what Arno van Erik's gem is missing to make it harder core. Let's ask them about the lungs first.
Lungs are for love!
L'amour, la compassion, la autodiscipline? Yeah, let's click that.
Love!
That
In
is.
a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on. Cause I've never loved someone like you before.
Okay, creepy. This is a white check. We can retry it. So let's go ahead and, well, physical instrument. Let's go goodbye.
Alright! Here comes the night!
We're going to bump our physical
Why
instrument.
does art inspire you so much?
Okay, yeah, we'll go with this thought. It does, but what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Fair enough. I was going to say at its base, art is communication. Would I fit into the art world, I mean?
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
I want to become art cop, and I'm going to opt in. I don't know if I'm going to conceptualize the thought, because my stats, as you can see, are very intellect and logic based. I feel like I would need a lot of psyche stats for art. Empathy, Inland Empire. I do have mediocre volition, but I'm very intellectual. So yeah, I guess art could fit that, especially architecture. So yeah, we'll do this. Okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it. Opt in.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world.
Well, I didn't think we were going to be so critical about it, but I guess so.
Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Sure. All right, so we wanted to get physical instrument, right? Can we just remove everything? It's not that easy, is it? Let's look at the hats. Let's look at the jackets. Actually, let's just look here for anything with physical instrument. Okay, our shirt. Ooh, white tank top. It's the same. And physical instrument. Anything else? -2 physical instrument. All right, and let's make sure nothing is bringing it down. No. Okay. All right, let's talk to him again.
Good morning! Yeah!
42.
Pump it up! Pump it up! Pump it up!
He shouts, apparently unaware of the time of day. It is 1500. All right, we're going to do 42%. Fingers crossed, and go. Come on, green.
No.
No.
That would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome
We got
things.
10.
Things like
We needed
discus,
12.
javelin, and 400-meter hurdles. Discus.
All right, let's leave. Let's put on our shirt. And let's roll. Now, before we go... Oops, I just banged the mic. Let's figure out what we want to do. I think we're going to go in the church and search the church one more time. I think there's a way we can get into that computer, which will get us the other spooker, as they call them, so that we can get these guys their nightclub. I really want to do that. With that being said, thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider a like, a comment, and or a subscribe. And stay tuned for the next episode, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.